Okay, so how many commuters must be randomly selected to estimate the mean driving time of Chicago commuters? We want 90% confidence that the sample mean is within 4 minutes of the population mean, and the population standard deviation is known to be 12 minutes. Use the given information to find the minimum sample size required to estimate an unknown population mean mu. So this is where you really need to practice. This is the purpose of the practice exam, is questions like this. I bet for a lot of people, you'll read this question and go, what? What am I supposed to do? That's weird. Well, and the truth is you've done this already in the homework, but you see in the homework, we're doing the same thing 10 times in a row. So you don't really even think about it anymore. You just kind of do it. But that's not going to help you on the exam. Well, I mean, that's good. That's a good beginning. But to get ready for the exam, you also need to practice when they're all mixed up and recognizing problems when they're all mixed in together. So what the key identifier, so a lot of what you want to do to help yourself out is practice identification. Here's what I'm talking about. What are we supposed to do? Find minimum sample size. Oh, we're finding sample size. What's that? Well, these are the ones, go back to the exam notes. You want to have these with you during the exam. Here's the exam 3 notes, right? Sample size, look at that. There it is. It's all about number 1, sample size. Let's take that over there. And that is what we're going to do, is sample size. Make that a little bigger for you. There we go. All right. So yeah, so as soon as you see that they want sample size, this is what you got to do for yourself on the exam. You got to get used to recognize those. Oh, they want sample size. I'm going to go down here to sample size. You go, okay, sample size. All right, so there's now we got to do the Z thing first, and then there's 3 different formulas. Remember, these were kind of a pain. We had these on the quiz recently, Chapter 8 quiz. So how do we do these? What are we going to do? Well, what we're going to do is figure out, is it a P percentage or is it a mean? Let's go back and look. Question 3, is it a, mean, look at that, mean, right there. So it's a mean. So it's a mean, there's our formula. ZS over E squared, round answer up. Okay, I'm gonna write that out. There it is, there's our formula. N equals Z times S over E, the whole thing squared, and round answer up. So I just got that off the exam 3 notes. And so now, but the first thing at the top of the exam 3 notes for sample size is, how do we find the Z? Right there with the inverse norm thing, right? So we got to start with that. So go to inverse norm. So we got to hit, what do we have to hit? We have to hit second and the vars button that has the distribution above it, because that's where we're going to find our and then go down inverse norm, go down and choose inverse norm and hit enter, which is number 3. Right, number 3, inverse norm, hit enter. And then you'll get inverse norm, and it'll ask you for area and mu and sigma. And so the area, see I've written it out here for you, 1 minus confidence, parentheses, 1 minus confidence level divided by 2. So we got to go, oh, okay, parentheses, 1 minus, what's the confidence level? 90%. Divided by 2. This is 0, this is 1. And so put that in. Some of you have the older, like I do, calculators. I'll say, or you might have to put it all in the same line. And then you have to put like, let's see, do it like this. You might have to do parenthesis 1 minus 0.90 divided by 2 comma 0 comma 1. You'd have to have double, notice the double parenthesis here, right? You have to have double parenthesis in that case. So whichever way, do that, get the answer on your screen. And then what do you hit from that now? Now you go set, oh, and now, let me write it out for you. Now to get this, what do? Parenthesis, begin with a parenthesis. And then comes the Z, which is second answer button, right down at the bottom. It's second answer, because that gets the Z value you just got from inverse norm. The inverse norm is the Z, that number, negative 1.644. It's second answer times S. What's S? Standard deviation is 12. That's the S. Divided by E, the error. Within, right? That's always the error. We want to be accurate within 4 minutes. Divided by 4, that's the E. Parenthesis, to the second power. You got to use the power button, right? To the second power, and then hit enter. So there's the buttons you need. So you got to start with the don't forget this parenthesis here. Very, very important. And then this parenthesis here at the close. You need those parentheses, and then raise the whole thing to the second power. That's that second power right there, this second power. So parentheses, second answer, times 12 divided by 4, close parenthesis, to the second power, enter. I'm getting an answer of 24.34. And what are we supposed to do? Did you notice these words from the exam 3 notes? Round up. So it goes to 25. You might say, no, but 24.3, that rounds to 24. No, remember, it's round up. It's not round off. It's not round to the closest. It's round up. Why? Because more people in your sample always produces more accuracy. So we're saying 24.34 is exactly how many commuters we need to survey to get the kind of accuracy we want in this study. But you can't survey 24.34 commuters. You have to survey 25. If you only survey 24, you're going to get less than the accuracy you need. That's below the true answer. You have to go above it, because above it is always more accurate. So 25, there it is. There's the answer.